So Dragon Ball has returned. Dragon Ball Daima finally came out. The first episode was Friday, I believe, so a few days ago, this weekend. And I was watching it with a bunch of my friends and my brothers, and I actually have them here today in a call, and we're gonna do like a little review on it and just talk about it, our thoughts and opinions, and all that good stuff. So, if anything, I'll just go ahead and introduce you guys. First, I have my younger brother. Um, he's here if you want to say hi.
What's up?
Yo, yo. And then I have my older brother. He's also here. You can say hi.
Hey, what's up?
The three of us are here. We're just going to talk about Dragon Ball and our thoughts and opinions about the episode. And yeah, so it was a 32-minute episode, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
it
summer.
was relatively long.
Summer.
yeah, so it was dope. It was dope, and it's good to see Dragon Ball back. And yeah, I guess I'll go first. I'll kind of touch up on whatever I liked and whatnot. So obviously, the biggest like elephant in the room would definitely be the animation. The animation is crazy. It's actually really nice to see Toei put actual budget or actual like money into Dragon Ball because I know most of their money is always focused on a One Piece. That's why One Piece looks good all the time. But to see Dragon Ball just start off good, because like unfortunately we dealt with Super. Super was a train wreck at the first half of it. Back in what 2015. Um,
Yeah.
it was just a train wreck, dude. It was really bad. Animation was not good, and this flipped on his head, man. Like all, I don't know if like all the money that they made from all the past, the second half of Super, all the movies, all the merch and stuff that they got the last few years, but like they put so much money into this. I could tell. Animation looks amazing. um and yeah, that's the biggest thing I'd say that I'm actually really happy about. And not that I'm not much for animation. Like I don't, it doesn't have to have great animation for me to watch it. But it is visually appealing. Especially how they kind of like um they kind of like recapped all of Z for the most part. But how did you guys feel about it? Who wants to go first?
What I really liked about the episode is like they refreshed us on everything and like they brought us back like through like the Majin Buu arc and stuff. And what I really liked is when they showed Vegeta showing I mean shooting the blast at Goku. That
Mm,
shit was nice, bro. I
yeah.
loved it. It was crispy.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
the after image effect of the blast, bro. That's, nah.
hmm Especially like the knockback on Goku, like he like blocked it, but like it kind of like knocked it back, so like it hit the crowd behind him. Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really dope, man. That looked good in that style.
Relating to that though, I mean, it looked really good just in general. It was nice to like give us like a small recap. It was really nice just to see Z kind of like in a newer, more modern animation.
Yeah.
Um, Granted, the old art style is still like wonderful and amazing, but to see it like more modified, like modern, is really nice. But another thing that I really liked was like like world building and like lore wise, like finding out that fucking Shin has like a brother and stuff. Like those small little details matter in my opinion because like the Supreme Kais, they feel really weird in the world of Dragon Ball when they don't have background to them. Like imagine Zamasu with no background. He's just a bad guy for no reason. You know what I mean? It wouldn't
Right.
feel very good. So the fact that we are getting like background for like Shin is really cool because yeah, like I'll be 100% awesome when he showed up when him and Kibito showed up in in Dragon Ball Z. There wasn't a lot behind them aside from the fact that they're gods, they're Kais, right? And I don't know, it just always kind of threw me off. So seeing like, oh well, like they have their own families that branch like out is really cool in my
Mm.
opinion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. That's a good point for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, no, that was really cool. Like the him having a sister and a brother, like, and like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always loved Shin, like just the Supreme Kai. Like his design is cool. I like the way
Mhm.
he's drawn. He looks cool, especially whenever he first gets introduced. Yeah, like Piccolo's like straight up tripping, bro. Like he's like, oh, he's a god. Ah, he's just tripping. And
Yeah.
he like I don't know, he just looks so menacing because the way he's just staring at Piccolo, and then he does like that cool like eye attack where his eyes glow. Like
Mm.
it's just really cool. Like Shin and Supreme Kai is really cool, but like they the rest of Z like Boo and Beerus, everybody just dogged on him, and like at the end of Z and the Super and all that, like he's just not like a very I don't want to sit there and say a vital character because he's literally the life link to Beerus, right? Without Supreme Kai, there's no Beerus, um, which is really really interesting for sure. But yeah, it's definitely cool to see him get some more backstory and him be kind of fleshed out, and it will be cool to see him be like a vital character in Daimao because I think he's gonna be tagging along with Goku, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Because
he,
remember, the wish for anyone who obviously like if you haven't watched the episode, go watch it, come back.
yeah,
But in the episode, the wish was to turn Goku and all his friends into kids. So I'm assuming that's also going to include Shin, seeing as how they're technically friends.
right.
And I mean, we even seen Shin in one of the trailers where he was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
he'll definitely be, I think, more important, especially since he has knowledge of like the Makaio Shin and the Demon Realm and all that.
yeah,
So I think we'll see a lot of him throughout, which is gonna be really cool because hopefully it'll make him a much more like important character. Because again, he's important as is because he is the lifelink for Beerus, but like that was only added in for Super. We didn't know about that beforehand, right?
right.
Um, so yeah, like I just hope that he gets more screen time and can be more of an active character in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I feel it. So
Okay.
another thing, how do you guys feel about them finally covering the freaking demon realm? Like we've had little snippets of the demon realm and Deborah and how like that world and that like realm kind of works, and like you got like the whole Makaio shins, like because they are in the lore of Dragon Ball, but they have never ever really been expanded upon like that. And finally, I think this is what this show is going to be doing. It's going to be fleshing out the demon realm and the whole Makaio shins and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about it?
I mean,
Mm,
I don't know. I think it's good because we got a lot of characters that are from the demon realm, right? Like Dabra, and obviously now we know like his brother and sister and whatnot. And then I mean, just like who else? Who else was someone else? Even from Dragon Ball Heroes, those characters from the demon realm was like Mechi Kabura, all
Mm-hmm.
those guys. Granted, they're not like canon and all that, but I do think it's really cool to kind of delve into that because yeah, it's always been there. They've been mentioned like once or twice,
Hmm.
but it's never been like expanded upon. So the fact that like we can actually get that, I think is gonna be really cool. Um, it needs it. It'll give more kind of background to Dragon Ball, and it'll explain a lot of the characters who were and are demons. Um, but also like I don't know, just fill in blanks and it'll make the god characters right like Shin and all that feel more fleshed out because now we know like there's gods, demons, and then you have like your humans and your like mortal beings, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
feel it. Yeah,
It's
man.
also really cool to know that the demon realm has their own version of Dragon Balls.
Yeah,
Like they have their own Dragon Balls, and they had a
yeah.
Namekian just chilling down in the demon realm.
Right. That was something that kind of like blew me away because I'm just like, what is it like? I think they have three Dragon Balls. That's all they need for their
I think
dragon. I
so.
think.
I
Um,
think is that what he said? I wasn't paying 100% attention, but he says something about that, right?
I think
Yeah, I think
so.
so.
Because they were surprised about having
Right.
Yeah,
seven of the balls, and then they get 3 wishes because obviously Shenron got like a little a patch
boost up.
update. You know what I mean?
The patch up there. Yeah,
So
I was surprised with that as well, that they have their own set of Dragon Balls and their own Namekian, and
yeah,
I hope we get to see. Hope we get to see that dragon. I think that'd be kind of cool. I feel like he'd look kind of cool. Like if he's like a demon
yeah,
realm dragon, like I just imagine like him just look badass. Like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that would be interesting for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely going to be very interesting, regardless.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Namekian, man. That old man
You look
Namekian.
like you look like a Namekian version of Herbert the Pervert.
Yeah.
You really did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's funny. But
Uh,
oh man, he's interesting for sure. I mean, the way
The
he
weight.
just came to Earth and just fucking like forced all the Dragon Balls to just one spot on the lookout, and then
yeah,
instantly unpetrified them too. Like that was
that
crazy.
was
They've
cool as
never
hell.
done that before in Dragon Ball.
I'm
So
Yeah.
like
saying,
someone was like, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna go looking for these with the Dragon Radar. Let me just hold my hand up, and they're all just gonna magnetize to me." It was crazy.
yeah, yeah, man.
That was actually insane.
It was really cool, man. Cause like it's like, bro, like fucking Kami and Piccolo and Dende couldn't do that. Like, come on, man.
But
He's the
he's built
older
different.
Namekian.
He's
Yeah,
He's
built different.
the Namekian.
probably. Maybe that's what they'll go with.
Maybe.
Excuse me. Maybe that's what they'll go with. Like, oh, because he's obviously very old, right? So
Mhm.
maybe it's just like some kind of technique that, maybe it just comes with experience with all the years. I don't know, but that was really cool to see. But something I really hope that they cover in this is they finally tell us the actual origin of Majin Buu,
Yeah, yeah.
instead of
Hopefully.
just, yeah, instead of us just telling us like, oh, like he's just been there since the beginning of time. Like, okay, whatever, that's cool and all, but like, you don't, like, a being like that just doesn't just pop up. There has to be a creator, there has to be an originator, and they kind of I think they referenced something about that. um but I hope with them covering the demon realm and all that, that they finally cover that, because like they finally shut most of the fans up with the whole Potara fusion thing inside of Boo's stomach. Like, because I know it was always up in the air, like, oh, because of this and that or whatever. But like they finally nipped that in the bud with like saying, oh, like, well, I guess Boo had a bunch of like gases in his stomach that make like that
Dissolve.
dissolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dissolved the Potara. Oh, okay, well, boom, there it is. Now we can all stop talking about it. um but yeah, I hope they do something like that for Majin Buu's um origin, because like apparently from the leaks and some of the rumors and stuff that I've heard in other videos, apparently there's gonna be a new Buu. Like, I think, like, there's gonna be other Majins, like new Majins in this. Um, but I think there's, I could be wrong, but I remember hearing something about like Majin Ku or Majin something else, like another kind of Boo, but it's not Boo. It was another letter before the U's or the O's.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting. Okay.
so yeah, there's gonna be another kind of Majin Ooh or whatever. uh, hopefully, I swear I heard something about that. I could be wrong. I should probably do my research on that. But I remember hearing something about that. So if they do that, I think that would be really freaking cool.
I agree. I mean, it, the thing is like, yeah, right. Like Toriyama said that like Boo has existed since like the beginning of time. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
always been there. So like, okay, but yeah, like you said, there has to have been someone or something that created him. Whether it was like kind of like the similar like situation with like like the Big Bang, right? Like it's always just been a thing.
Hmm.
Like that's how like what people think is just it just one day it just happened and everything kind of just existed. Um, so I mean, unless like some crazy stuff like that happened in like the Dragon Ball universe, where like there was a big bang and then through that, like Boo just happened to like spawn in. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But I do think that there should be a way to like tie in. Like he can exist since the beginning of time. That's fine. But show us like what caused him to be, right? Because he didn't just come out of nowhere. Like that's not how a lot of shit in Dragon Ball really works. So hopefully, they do expand upon that because I would like to see. I would like an origin story for Boo, rather than just like, oh well, like he's existed since the beginning of time. Because in my opinion, that kind of
Yeah.
just feels like a cop out. It's kind of like Dark Souls with like the multiple timelines. How they just use the line "time is convoluted" to explain like multiple timelines for playing online with like other people. It's kind of
Mm.
like that,
Yeah.
kind of a cop out answer. So I hope that they give some explanation for that.
Yeah. Do you have any closing
Oh,
statements to like kind of end off like your final thoughts about the first episode? How did you feel? Are you satisfied? All that good stuff.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I am satisfied as fuck, bro. Like, cause I hadn't. I went back to watch like Super around. Yeah, around there I was watching Super, and I finished it to kind of like catch up around, and I watched the movies while I was over there in Puerto Rico. So I watched Broly to get a refresh, and I watched Superhero. So yeah, so what I like is I like the animation for the first episode. It was crispy, it was nice, and then like the story, how it's leading into them turning into kids, and they had to like find their way back into like getting them back to being stronger and stuff because they were weakened basically. And yeah, it's gonna be nice to see like everything get animated, to see Goku go Super Saiyan as a kid, and then eventually they're gonna for like the dub they're gonna bring back. Hopefully they're gonna bring back the original voice actor for him,
Oh
which is
yeah.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're bringing her back. Yeah. I forgot her name. But yeah, I think that's already been confirmed. Like the original voice actor for I think the English dub. I don't know if it's the
Yeah,
Japanese. Well, obviously it's gonna be Nozaka for obviously, but like for the dub, I think they're bringing back the OG Kid Goku voice actor, which is cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. Okay. Well. How about you, Nick? What are your finishing statements and all that?
I mean, I'm happy with it. I mean, the thing is like I said before, it's the last thing that we're gonna have from like Toriyama. And I think that's like relatively important because I mean he was the dude who came up with it, right? He created this world that we've kind of like been involved in for a long time, especially as kids, right? Like waking up and seeing Goku whoop some ass was always really freaking cool. Um, so in my opinion, it's like for me as a person at least, like I value it a lot. I think it's really important because we're not gonna have the quirky stuff that we get with Dragon Ball, at least not the way it is, at least not the way it was. We'll get it now, but it probably won't hit the same because it's not from the original person, right? Um, but all in all, I mean, I think it's paced really well so far. I mean, that episode was entertaining. I didn't feel bored watching it at all. Even with like a lot of the dialogue, because like the thing is, like the first opening half of that episode was literally just dialogue. They were just talking, but even then, it was very entertaining to watch the way that they interacted with each other, the characters, specifically like Shin's brother and I don't remember the king's name, but the new guy that's like the king of the demon realm. The way that they interacted, how they would push and shove each other, like when they got into like the machine, the flying machine, like that was entertaining as hell to watch. And yeah, like I don't know, I think it looks great. The voice acting from what I heard so far, is really good. It doesn't seem like, I don't know, like out of pitch or anything like that. Because sometimes there was a couple times in like Dragon Ball Super where it kind of sounded like the audio wasn't very great. I don't know, maybe that was me, but um, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with it. I think people should give it a try instead of just saying it's bad just because they want to be different. Um, yeah, just I don't know. Be willing to give it a chance because for all we know, we only have one episode, but this could totally end up being like one of the better Dragon Ball shows we get. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is really cool to see like the new character designs, to see Goku and Vegeta in like the more updated style of Toriyama for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, no, like it's I don't know. I think it's great and give it a shot. Will it be the best thing in the world? I don't know. Will it be the worst thing in the world? I don't think it will either.
Yeah.
I don't think any Dragon Ball show is like the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like GT had its problems, Super had its problems, Z had its problems. Like everything has its problems, but you just take them at face value and just learn to love them, right? So I don't know. That's it for me.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Well, I do plan on doing another review for next episode. I'm gonna actually really try to do that. Just work and life gets in the way sometimes, but I'm gonna try to do a review for every episode, and hopefully these guys join me again. Or if I gotta do it alone, that's totally fine too. But no, I do appreciate you guys helping me out and joining me in this video.
Yeah.
And yeah, so these guys do have channels, and hopefully they start uploading more and whatnot. But if you guys ever want to check them out, I do believe I have them in my. If you go to my channel, like on the bottom, it should say like friends or something like that, or other channels, and they should be there. Uh, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, just wait for some more. And since Sparking and Dragon Ball is back, Sparking is here, Daimao here. I'm gonna be uploading, man. This is the time, man. I love Dragon Ball, and I'm gonna make sure I cover it for everyone and all that good stuff. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and have a good night. Bye bye.